Entrance to the Dinosaur Zoo. This is Modbrix set 108936. It consists of 961 pieces, which are compatible to bricks by other building blocks companies like Lego, Kobe, Mega, and so on. This construction block set was released in November 2025 for about 40 euros. I got my set a bit cheaper. I bought it when it was on sale, so I only had to pay about 32 euros. I think it's quite obvious that the set is supposed to depict a scene from the original Jurassic Park movie, but I guess Modbrix, which nowadays belongs to Modbrix, doesn't have the necessary licenses, and that's why they gave the set only this rather generic name. But it's definitely the Jurassic Park gate which we see here. Well, it's a Modbrix set. This means, since it belongs to Modbrix, it only comes in this colorless simple box, but at least we get a printed paper sleeve. And yeah, on that sleeve we get to see computer rendered images of the completed build. On the back side we get to see the completed build from different angles. Well, let's have a look inside the box. Inside the box we find the pieces in unnumbered bags. As a Modbrix set, this set does not come with individual building sections to which the pieces are pre-sorted, but at least in my opinion, with a brick count of below 1000 pieces, pre-sorted bricks aren't really necessary. You can simply empty all the bags on the table and you will find the necessary pieces at each building step. You won't have to look too long for them at each step. Another thing about Modbrix sets is that they do not come with printed instructions. You have to download a PDF file from the Modbrix website, which contains digital instructions. The only printed piece of paper which comes with the set is, this little sheet here, which contains a QR code which leads to the PDF file. Oh, talking about the instructions, there we can see that this build was designed by Florian W. And I showed you quite a few of his very cool builds on this channel here. He is a really talented designer. Below all these bags, there's also this bag here, which only contains a single piece, and there's a sticker which says replacement on the back. So I guess somewhere in the set there is already another of those 1x2 tiles, but there's something wrong with the tile. Maybe it's in the wrong color, maybe there's something wrong with the quality of this piece, or of the piece which this here replaces. I don't know. It even might be possible that the set was already designed and packed, and then they noticed an error in the instructions or with the construction, and because of that they had to add this piece here. I don't know, but I think we will notice it during the building process. Well, alright, I'm going to open all the bags. I will empty them on the table, and then I will start with step 1. I will come back to you as soon as I see something interesting or something simply doesn't work as shown in the instructions. Step 13. I think now we can see the base area which our build covers. It's not going to be bigger than this. In this step we have to place some of these angular plates here, but have a look, there's a problem with the color. These 3 pieces here look way darker than the other pieces. And I think they are supposed to be all in the same green. Step 30. We have to assemble hinge plates, and I have to say that these pieces are not of the best quality. I was able to assemble this hinge plate here, and it works. But the other hinge plate here is a bit more problematic. You can see I tried to assemble it, and the material didn't really like it. It looks slightly damaged now. And when I put these 2 pieces together, then it also just feels a bit strange. And yeah, you can see that the connection isn't really trustworthy. It might be alright for a display piece, but this isn't cool. Step 53. We have completed the gate itself, and I just want to take the opportunity to talk about the bricks. So, as I showed you before, the hinge plates are not of good quality. They work in the end, but they are simply not fun to assemble. And have a look at this. When we have a look at the gate, the hinge plates on this side here are quite loose, but on the other side, they are absolutely the opposite. It's really annoying. Well, it's a display set, so you won't move these pieces a lot in the end, but nevertheless, this shouldn't be the case. Well, but all the other bricks are absolutely fine. Besides the hinge plates, I didn't have any problems with the clutch power. The pieces work totally fine. The only thing which annoys me about them is that some of the pieces have differences in the color. I showed you the green pieces, which, simply wear different shades of green. Luckily, they are placed somewhere down here, so they can't be seen any longer. But I think this problem is also visible up here with these gray pieces here. So this 1x1 tile is a bit darker than the pieces to its side or to its sides. And then there are also the ugly injection holes. Have a look here at these holes, for example. Those are just giant crater-like holes, and this just looks terrible. Luckily, those are the only 3 pieces left with those ugly injection holes, which we have to place in our build. All the other ugly injection holes or pieces with ugly injection holes are already placed somewhere, and they are all covered. We can't see the ugly injection holes, and all the other pieces we are going to place now, besides those 3 pieces here, are pieces which come with, injection points, which are absolutely fine. I think we can't complain about these injection points. And maybe we are also going to cover these pieces in the end, so I hope the final build won't show any of those ugly injection holes. Step 56. It's time to place this dark bluish gray 1x2 tile, and that tile was in the replacement bag. Here it is. The thing is that outside the replacement bag in normal bags, I also did find 2 other 1x2 tiles. So I see no difference between those pieces. Very strange. At least not between those 2 here. This one here might be in the wrong color. I guess this is a metallic color, and this doesn't appear in the inventory list at the end of the set. So And we have a look at the inventory list. There we can see there's only one 1x2 tile used in that color, in dark bluish gray. A metallic piece doesn't appear at all, and this means I'm not going to use this one here. Maybe it is even dark bluish gray. It's hard to say. Wait, up here there are metallic pieces. Is this the same color? Yeah, possibly. So I think we do not need this piece at all. And this means we have to decide between those two pieces. Oops. Is this the right one? I flipped it away. Yeah, it is. So that piece here came in one of the normal bags, and this piece here came in the bag with the replacement sticker. I'm going to use that one here because simply it came in that special bag, but I have no idea why they replaced this piece with this one here. Strange. Step 71. Well, the instructions don't say that this is step 71, but since this step comes before step 72, this must be step 71. And well, we are done with the step in which we actually didn't have to do anything because we had to place pieces in step 70, and in step 71 I don't know, we simply see the build from another angle. But with that step we also have completed the fence. And now we start building the cars. Step 81. We have placed the cars, and I fear with that we are also done with the fun part of assembling this build. Now we have to create the jungle, and building plants with bricks is never fun, but it's very important for the looks. Step 96. Our jungle is making progress, but it's always annoying when you have to do such things like here, building the whole segment several times. And yeah, you can see that the segments consist of a lot of tiny pieces. It's necessary for the looks that our completed build looks really cool, but building plants just is not a fun experience. Step 127. With placing the last of the palm trees, we have completed the build. And it's really a pretty little diorama, isn't it? I absolutely love this build. It looks amazing. Well, this is my second Jurassic Park diorama. The first one was Lego's T-Rex Breakout, but this one here depicts another scene. The scene where the vehicles pass the iconic gate. So, yeah, here is the gate, and it comes with all of the details. Like the park's logo, the torches, and yeah, we even get to see the door's planks. We can open and also close the doors. And yeah, just like in the movies or in the movie, the doors do not close completely. There's still a tiny gap between the doors. If you are pedantic, then you can find some minor inconsistencies. These planks here, yeah, they simply are not long enough. I think in the movies they peek out a bit. They are longer than the door itself. The doors themselves. And yeah, I think the logo should consist of 2 rows of text. And the torches, or better said, this torch here and that torch there, should be placed a bit more towards the frames outer side. But, well, I guess that's not possible with the building technique used here. The path which goes through the gate comes with a track which, powers the vehicles with electricity. Then we got these cute little cars. Those are great. I think in the movie, for some reason, those are Ford Explorers, but if I remember correctly, in the book, they got Toyota Land Cruisers. Strange. Well, I guess this is some product placement. Then we got, of course, this amazing jungle here. It looks really cool. Have a look at how dense it is. Just amazing. There are a lot of different plants and they are all of different heights. This makes the whole jungle look really realistic. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the fence. I guess it's an electric fence, just like in the T-Rex scene. And yeah, I guess that these white pieces are warning signs, but I'm not sure. We couldn't see them in the movie, at least not in this scene here. In the movie, the prop of the fence, the prop next to the gate, isn't a complete fence. It simply ends here. So I don't know. I guess this simply is an error in the movie. But we get to see how the fence is supposed to look like. I like that the build comes with proper backside. That's something we do not see often. And yeah, this is just great. Of course, this side is a bit more boring than the other side, but at least theoretically you can display both sides of the build because, it's a proper build backside and not just a brick wall or something like that. The build looks great and it was fun to assemble. The used building techniques are not difficult, but when we look at the result, I think we can say that they do a great job. I'm only a bit annoyed about the technique used for the curved palm trees. There is no friction, and because of that, the palm trees rotate. This is a bit annoying. But once you have placed the build and don't touch it any longer, of course, the palm trees also do not rotate. But I was pleasantly surprised by the building techniques used for all the other plants. Of course, like always, building a lot of tiny plants is exhausting and not much fun, but in this build, they are less filigree and easier to assemble than it is normally the case. Also, building the fences wasn't much fun either. Positioning bars in the right length and aligning them is just something completely different than simply interlocking bricks. So let's talk about the bricks. All in all, the clutch power was fine, the bricks do the job, but two of the hinge plates are of bad quality. They simply fall apart. Luckily, once you have completed the gate, they are supported, and thus they can't fall apart any longer. Nevertheless, you can see a huge difference of friction. You have to push hard to move this door here. But yeah, when you move the other door, the slightest touch is enough to open or close it. Many of the pieces also come with ugly crater-like injection holes. Luckily, only 3 of those injection holes are visible once you have completed the build. Those can be seen. Oops, I tore off one of the palm trees. Where does it belong? Here. I think it was placed like this. Yeah, that should be fine. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the injection holes. You can see them on these green pieces here. There, and there are also 2 over here. You can see one is down here. And the other one, where is it? It's over here. Can I put my finger in there? There. Maybe we can see them a bit better from the back side. Yeah. This one here is clearly visible. The other one is still hidden. And there's the other one. But I think you can see that they are well hidden, so they are not too annoying. Some pieces also have problems with the color. Some of the pieces which are supposed to be in the same color actually come in slightly different shades of that color. But this is nothing you can see in the final build. As I said before, all in all, the bricks are absolutely alright. And the build itself is fantastic. It just looks amazing. It's the coolest diorama I have built in quite a while. Florian has done a great job.